Good evening, everyone. This is Amy Burkett, and I want to welcome you to the We Believe in Freedom team call. I'd like to introduce you to, of course, our fearless leader, Kathy Helwig. She is the 21st millionaire in the company. She is an 8-star platinum, 6-star crystal executive. And what I like about her is her authenticity. She always inspire me to do better because of what how she's being, how she shares her passion, and she really cares about us. And I'm just excited to have her train us tonight. So, Kathy.
Well, thank you, Amy. I'm always tickled when people introduce me as their fearless leader.
Yes, you are.
I know fear and I do it anyway. So thank you, Amy. Well, listen, let me just start with who's got to win?
I enrolled my first Forever Pack.
Yay.
Awesome. Good.
And I showed the Laura St. John video because I asked her which personality she was. Did she want more science, or did she want more everyday kind of in your car sharing testimony and excitement? And she really, really enjoyed the Laura St. John. And when it was over, she's like, well, I want to buy this. It's like before she sampled anything other than coffee, Isogenics coffee. So
Great. Now it's time for a welcome call.
yes. I texted her yesterday. I know she's hosting a very large Thanksgiving, but I might just go knock on her door.
All right. Who else has a win? Amy?
Yes, I did the ISA bingo.
Yay.
Yeah, you got a bingo.
What row? What row? Rut row. No.
The second column.
Second column going down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm working on this second row.
Awesome. Good. And what's exciting is when I found out this morning that Amy had bingo, we talked this afternoon, and she's making a decision about what prize she wants to choose. So just keep in mind, you guys get to choose your prize. Okay. So so I want to see more bingos coming up. All right. Ariana, did you have something you wanted to share?
Well, I would love to share, and I apologize for not being a visual here. Sometimes I have challenges with Zoom. What I will say, though, is the idea behind the three-way conversation, the three-way call as a support tool is probably, like, we take it for granted. I know we did them all the time, and we didn't even understand the power of them. And the other day I was working with one of the people in my downline, and she hadn't been doing a lot of three-ways. And she also shared with me, her business had kind of quieted down. And so she said, but I do have this one woman who's very interested in hearing more about this after what I was sharing. And I said, well, great, let's do that three-way. And it was really a wonderful experience. I mean, for me as her support person, I got to share with this woman, find out what she wanted. She really wanted to get back her energy, and she was going through a health challenge that now she wanted some supportive tools, because that's really what our company offers anybody. They offer the tools to help the body do its job better. And if we can take the things out of that person's life that are making it harder for them, and we give them the tools that make it easier, like the shakes, like ionics, like the new bone broth, right? Like even the CBD oil, all those things are strategically geared to help, but no one knows about them unless you have a three-way conversation. And the power of a three-way conversation is that authority. So you don't have to be the authority, which is brilliant. Everybody on this call is an authority themselves when they can be of support to their team. So anyway, we did this great call. We even used the IsoLife app. And I'm telling you, that app is really, that's a special app. Use it because gives that sense of the person having control over when and what and how they order. But after you've talked to them for 15, 20 minutes and you get what they need, you recommend the things, you put a special cart. I like to put their first name and their last initial on the cart. Feels personalized, and it is. And so she's actually meeting with the woman tonight for dinner. That's why she couldn't be on the call. It's Rachel.
Yeah, great. And Rachel shared with me prior to her doing that call with you that her business really went flat when she stopped doing three-way calls. And so I told her, hey, let's just start up again. And she took me up on it and called Ariana. So I'm really excited about that. Three-way calls are gold. You know, you don't have to be the authority. You shouldn't be the authority. Let somebody else be the authority. So awesome. Congratulations, everybody, for your wins. So I wanted to let you know the new products that the company has promised to roll out 30 products, and they're keeping their promise. But the new products that are here to stay, the organic greens in stick form, fortified amped hydrate flavors, and these are new flavors. We've still got the lemon lime and the orange, but there's a blue raspberry and a coconut. And this new hydrate, it has no added sugar, so it's going to be great. I can't wait to get mine. The Isopro plant-based protein, that's here to stay. The collagen bone broth, the CBD oil. And I've just got a little secret to tell you. I had a conversation with Kathy Coover last week, and she leaked this little secret to me about peach mango cleanse drink. We're going to see it sooner than you think. I'm not going to tell you when, though. So also, you know, Black Friday is this week. There is going to be Black Friday and Cyber Monday specials. So pay attention on Facebook on the Isogenics business group, and you'll see those. As soon as I see them, I'll post them on the group page as well. But you're going to want to know what's available, and if you've got anybody, you know, just waiting in the wings to enroll, there's probably going to be some enrollment opportunities there too. Also, the Healthy Giving Guide. Are you using the Healthy Giving Guide? And let me tell you how to access your personal URL for that. If you don't already know, what you do is you go into your back office, go to the resources tab, click on manage my website. And as soon as it opens up, scroll down a little bit and you'll see your Healthy Giving Guide URL. And what you can do is, you know, maybe you're talking to somebody and you want to share the guide with them. You want it to be your URL so that it goes through your website if they choose to order. And what I'm doing, and I just started this morning, I'm texting former customers with my link and telling them all about the new products. And it gives them an opportunity to re-enroll. And I've got a lot of those people. So just a hint there. So now what I want to do is introduce to you Lynne Lapp. You know, Lynne's been with us a very long time and a very supportive, always a yes. I can just tell you that. She's just always a yes. And she was a yes to attending Networking Riches. And that's the course that Casey Eberhardt, when he joined us a few weeks ago, on our call to share about that. She said yes to it and attended that this past weekend. So Lynne, why don't you share with us some things that you got from that?
Yeah, I'd love to. Oh my gosh, you guys. It was so good. I know Kathy kept saying it's so good. You got to go. So I decided to go. I stayed with my sister overnight, but man, it was just so powerful. And Casey, you know, we all got to kind of see Casey. But I got just so many great nuggets from him, and he is so powerful, and he's on top of all the everything current that's going on in social media. He's on top of it. So it was basically kind of like a mastermind where we were all sharing ideas. There was only like I think about 3, maybe 4 network marketers, and the rest were in real estate and all different things. But he, it's able to teach all of us with all these great nuggets that we can all use. So I loved the whole thing, and even sat in the hot chair. So I got to they got to pick me apart and give me some great tips, which I'll share with you guys too. So I wanted to share with you a couple tips, and if you want to grab a paper, a pencil, you might want to write some of these down. He says if you don't have 500 people on your Facebook page, 500 friends, or sorry, 5,000 friends, then you want to get up there. He said, because the more people you have on your Facebook page, the better, right? Because more people see your content. So he's really big about Facebook groups. So I challenge all of you to go find Facebook groups. It could be in health and wellness. It could be anything that you're, quilting for IME or for Adaria, people that, can potentially be your prospects. And really, you're just communicating with that group and spiking up conversations. And what he does too is that he'll go into a Facebook group and he'll see who the administrator is. And he looks to see if that administrator has made any comments or given any, value to the group that they started. And he says, if I don't see them making comments, I will write to that administrator and say, hey, I just saw, I love your group, wanted to know if you're still actively involved in it. And sometimes the person will say, you know what, I just don't have time to run it anymore. And Casey will say, gosh, I'd love to take it over for you. So the person is more than likely going to say, oh my gosh, that would be great. So he takes over this whole group. It might be 10,000 people. It might be 25,000 people. And since he's the administrator, he can really be in charge of the content that goes in there. So, think of different groups that you can belong to. And then it's really just communicating with the people. He has a certain protocol, a daily method of operation, which I'll share with you. But he just goes in and, picks 3 to 4 groups every day. And he'll go in and maybe make 10 comments in the group, just posting, a comment. And it's better to, of course, not just like, but to actually make a comment. So he'll go in there, make a comment, and then he's always peeking back in there to see what people are, posting there so that then he can make a comment on them. And what he wants to do is he wants to take it off in a private message, right? And once he can do that, then he can, and I think if you're the administrator, Bree, you can correct me on that, I think you have access to do that with all the people and before they even friend you, right? And so he does that, makes the message, and then they, start communicating with him. And then he definitely wants to, if he's not friends already through the Facebook group, he can do that and add him as a friend. So, but he's, she's just a great networker. So, and really you're adding value, that's what we're doing. We're adding value to people's lives. So whether it's in health and wellness or whatever your niche is or your passion is, adding value to people, and they're going to want to start following you, right? He also said that Uber drivers are a lead generation machine. If you think of an Uber driver that drives all day long, right? And all the people that are getting in and out of his car, he said, if you can get an Uber driver to really, grab a hold of this idea of sharing, a great product to his customers, their customers as they're driving around, he said they could be a super good business builder. And he says he also encourages people to get a few $5 Starbucks cards. And he will tell people, gosh, if you give me a lead, I'll give you a $5 Starbucks card, just a little token of appreciation for them. And again, it's a write-off, of course. He's always creating communities of people. He also, the daily method of operation. So there's 5 of them that he does every day. The first one is keeping track of points. And Kathy, I believe, touched on this on some call. But really, when you look, and I started kind of tallying up my points, maybe midday today, and I'm like, I can't do it then because people are coming back and commenting on my stuff, right? So basically, when someone likes your post, you get 1 point. When they comment on it, you get 2 points. And when they share it, you get 3 points. So your goal is, you can pick what any, amount of points you want to collect. But his goal and what he encourages us to do is get 100 points a day. Okay. So if you're, it's 4:00 in the afternoon and maybe you've added up your points and you have maybe, 75 or something, he says, put another post out there. If you don't get feedback on it, put another one out there. So it's not just make 3 posts a day. He says you want to get people engaged in what you're doing, right?
So Lynn, the purpose for that is for the algorithm to improve how many times people see your posts.
Right. And the engagement, again, is the key. So keeping that little tally in the score. He said you will get 3 times the engagement when you answer with a question. So let's say you connected with somebody, they're, talking to you on Facebook, and maybe you've taken it offline and you're talking to them. You can ask them a question. He says, always end it with a question like, gosh, or I see that you're, posting some things on health and wellness. Are you, into health and wellness? Are you looking for healthy alternatives? Whatever it might be, whatever question, doesn't even have to be about health, but ask a question, because then they're going to keep commenting, right? And it increases the engagement. So you can do it like 3 times the engagement. He says when he's connecting with people on chat in the morning, he will sometimes have 100 different chat boxes open. So, he's talking to a lot of people, and, you don't have to have lengthy conversations. It's just, communicating back and forth. Let's see. Number 2 would be post one of his groups into personal pages. So personal page. So basically he is building his own groups, right? I think he said he's got like 40 or something. And he's also taking charge of other people's groups. So he might, have a group that he wants to get more people added into it. So he's going to post that group, invite people into that group, and post the link there so that will carry people over to that group. And I've got a healthy business page. And so I need to do that more, getting people over to that part of my other page. So what else? Sometimes he sends them free goodies, it might be a document, it might be an ebook, it might be whatever, it could be a blog, maybe a blog article that he did, or maybe it's just an article, on a topic that they were interested in. CBD or whatever. The third one is Facebook groups. So you're commenting on posts from the day before. So if you belong to several Facebook groups, go in, and it could be network marketing groups. It might be, my passion is crafts and art and quilting and animals and anything to do with health. So go into those groups and really start commenting, from the day before post, commenting, maybe making 10 posts, just making comments on people. So that's what he does. He chooses 3 to 4 of his favorite groups and goes in and makes comments from the day before. Number 4 would be friends list is huge. Okay. So he talked about making a list, and he puts it on a whiteboard. And he talked about making a list of 10, what do you call them? Top 10 influencers. So these are people that may be high on your list of, gosh, this is a real estate person and they really have so many contacts. That person would be a top influencer. Or maybe it's somebody that, just is, you see them doing isogenics, whether product, whether, being a great business builder, they might be a top 10 influencer. So you want to, build a list of those people. So can I share, see if I can share my screen here. Let's see what I need to do. I think I saved my, did I just wipe you guys out? No. Okay.
We're here.
Okay. So here's my personal page. Okay, so what he says to do to make a friends list, and it might be a friends list of, I noticed that I had actually made several groups, but I don't have a lot of people into them. So you might have a prospect group, you might have, Daria, maybe people that used to live in San Francisco, teachers. I used to be a teacher, so I might have a group of teachers. So what you do is you go click your home button here, and then you come over to the left-hand side here, and under Explore, which is right there by my arrow, you go down, oops, I can just see More, and you will click on See More, and then find the friend list. See that? So then you click on friend list. And then, as I say, I got several of them. Now, I just started a top 10 influencer one from Casey's recommendation. So you can go up here and, create a list. You can get a new list and, you can actually start adding members in there. But what's cool about this is, let's say that I have my ISA prospects list. So I'm going to click on that. Now, I've been adding several people in here. I probably have to update it. But anyway, what's going to happen? All these people that are in here, these are my top 10 influencers, right? These are people that I want to get into their news feed every day to make comments, because they're going to start looking at my stuff, right? So here's the list of the people. So what it does over here, it just pulls people. Lisa Oladort is one of my people. And so these are all the posts that she's made. She's very much into animals. And so I might comment like, oh my gosh, I love animals too. And so, and then you're gonna see, as I scroll down, there, I don't know if it's 4 or 5 maybe of their top posts that have, shown up in the last day. So you wanna make a comment. And it's so cool because it pulls all of them in together instead of you going all over the place trying to find, the people that are your top of the list, right?
Oh my gosh, the time that I'll save by doing this.
I know, yeah, right? And so you can create, here I am again, let's see. You can create, as many different lists. I mean, I've got start prospects, teachers in Temecula, my sort of downline. Even if you have, you're building your team and you want to be able to, comment on your team's page, you can go in here and do it. I got theater. So it's just really cool. I had never really taken time to really figure all that out.
Huh.
So that's cool. And that, making your list of the top 10 influencers. It could be like Lynne's cool friends. You can name it whatever you want. Let's see what else. Contacts from Networking Riches, the event I just went to. I want to stay in touch with all these people. So I have 15 different contacts from that group that I want to stay, because now they're prospects to me because they don't all use Isogenics products. And so it's just really focusing on those people and getting people to see your content. And again, the key is always providing value to people.
Lynne, I want to add one thing real quick, Lynne.
Yeah. Hi, Alex.
You can have those people on multiple lists.
Good thought. Yeah. Thank you. Good idea. Okay, the last one is Facebook chat. So you guys all know where the chat is, right? I wonder if do I need to share again?
Screen.
Huh?
Share your screen.
Okay, let's see.
So Lynne, just quick question.
Yes.
You know how you have your list and then you add the people there?
Yeah.
Can you do the reverse where you have a person and then you will categorize them to the group?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can. You mean if you found your person and then you want to go and click on a group to put them in? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Alex, do you know that, or Bree? That I'm not sure.
You do that where you normally would click friend request or edit friend list, and you can actually, so when if you're initially creating a friend request, you can go back to that same button you just requested their friend, and actually it'll give you the option of edit friend lists.
Okay, cool. And you can see all your friends here too and put them in a group. But as you start to see people, I would just oh gosh, I met this cool young person. I'm going to make sure I put him in the start prospects. So back to the Facebook chat. So if I'm on my page, I have to move this out of the way. Let's see.
I think it's on the home page.
I was going to say, where to go? Okay. Just down. Now, where is it?
It's usually right there on the right.
I don't know.
Bree, anybody?
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
The
Like
chat.
the chat, all the chat people that are popping up.
Oh, I always go up to the circle thing next to the bell. You've got 77 notifications and 2 messages.
Yeah.
So is
I
that?
was talking about who's online. Who's actually.
Oh, it's down below on the right. There's 242 people on chat on below with your,
Oh,
yeah.
do you see that, Lynn, right next to Nancy?
Nancy's
Yep,
name.
yep. I got to get all of you guys are down covering it up. That's why I didn't see it. Okay, so chat. Okay, so when you scroll down here, you see, you know, different group conversations that are going on. But all these people are, since they have a little green dot, they're already on, right? So you can pick, what he does is he picks 10 people a day. And this is, again, his daily method of operation, because he's reaching out to as many people as he can. And so he'll pick 10 people, you know, it doesn't have to be 10 in a row. He can just scroll down and, you know, pick one person and send them a message. And then he'll copy and paste and send it to 10 people. And it takes him, you know, maybe 5-10 minutes at the most, probably even less. So he does a message similar to this one. I think I didn't get all of the line down. Let's see. Where's my little thing? Oh, just wanted to stop by and say hi. You know, what's new in your world? And then I think he had one more line. And at the very end, he just said, stay awesome. You know, have a great day. And again, it's just, you're reaching out, you're establishing relationships. It's nothing about business. We're not trying to sell them anything. We just want them to be seeing what we're posting on Facebook, right? So that would be a good challenge for everybody. Like every morning, just go down on your chat list and pick 10 people and send them a simple message. You know, hey, just want to stop by and say hi. What's new with you? What's new in your road? You always want to ask questions again. You know, have a great holiday week. Stay awesome. Let's stay in touch. Whatever it might be. The last. And he always says, don't post anything with, of course, no religion, no sports, no sex related or politics on Facebook, because, you know, you're going to turn off somebody, right? There's going to be somebody that's, you know, liberal and not a conservative, vice versa. So keep it good on your content. Okay. The other thing he showed us, which was so cool. How many of you are familiar with send out cards? I'm almost done, by the way. Yeah. I used to actually have it because I thought, what a great tool, you know, to be able to use it with Isogenics, right? We're just establishing relationships. When somebody signs up with Isogenics, you can send them a note. So apparently this guy I talked to, who Kathy knows too, a guy named Bruce, he was in send out cards for 5 years. And he said they changed something with the format of it. And he said he lost his whole team. And he said, I just had to stop. He said it wasn't the same. And so he left it. But one of the guys that was in charge of that send out cards decided it was such a neat concept that he knew somebody that could develop it for the phone. Okay. So what you can do, you can join this little thing. It's called text to mailbox. And I have a text number that you can get to actually try it, but I tried it today so I could give you guys that number, and it says that I need an invitation code. So Casey did not give us the invitation code, but I'll find one to give you so that you can see what it's like. But it was so cool because this guy, Bruce, you know, he was telling me more about it. And so he took a selfie of him and I, and then he took that selfie, and that's going to be the front of the card. So if you meet somebody, Starbucks, whatever, and you make that good connection, you know, gosh, it was so great to meet you. Let's take a picture, you know, and then you can get their information. But anyway, you go right into the app on the phone and you put what you want to say. You're just speaking it into the speaker. And you say what you want to say. You can add your phone number, great to meet you. And then you get their mail address. And then you, within like the next day, like the card for me that he made got mailed out this morning, and I'll have it in 2 days. But so cool. And send out cards always had the thing that you could send out gifts. This does too. You can actually send out brownies to somebody with your picture and their picture on it. You can do a mug, you know, that's going to be something that they'll always remember you by. So they have a lot of little gift ideas too, but everything from your phone. It costs $9.95 a month. And every time you send a card, it's like $1 to $1.50, he said. So, of course, plus postage. So I think the way it works is you keep a little account there, and then they just take out the mail as you, or the postage as you do it. So, but what a neat idea, right? So I'm going to definitely get that as another tool to have to people. And just like our bingo game, You know, sending a note to a prospect or a customer. You know, what a great idea to just do it that way. You know, you might have a picture of them or just any kind of a picture you could use. So yeah, oh my gosh, so many great nuggets. Anybody have a question about anything I said or clarity?
Daria.
I had a question when you were saying points for comments. Where do you get those points? Where do you see your Facebook points for sharing?
Okay, so, well, basically when you make a post, like let's say you made a post this morning, and you're gonna see when you go back, you're like, oh, I had 5 people that liked it, right? You see that little 5 people liked it, and then you'll see, oh, 3 people shared my post. And so a share is worth 3 points. So that's 9 points, right? You get for that because 3 people shared it. And then you had 5 people that liked it. So you're going to get 5 points for that. If anybody made a comment, you get 2 points for that. So with each post that you make throughout the day, you kind of add up towards the end of the day how many people you actually connected with.
Okay.
And again, every time somebody likes it, you want to go make a comment. You know, you want to go into, you know, a private comment with them and just say, oh, it's great to, you know, have you, you know, make a comment on my post, whatever it might be, and ask them a question, because that's just going to bring more engagement for them to be.
And you'll want to track your results every day. At the end of the day, count up your points and, you know, keep track of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then try and beat your last score.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah. And it does definitely increase throughout the day, because I kind of started doing it more this morning. I'm like, whoop, can't do that because I got a lot of people making comments. So
right.
Yeah. So it was great. Next time he does an event, get there, you know, if you can.
Yeah.
Get there.
And there I saw on his schedule that there are more in Los Angeles coming up. So I'll keep you posted.
Okay.
And even if you don't live anywhere near Los Angeles, you can be online for it. And then, but you have to show up online, and then they give you the recording of it. So $47 is a drop in the bucket for the goal that you come away after 2 days with that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lynn. That was great nuggets.
Good. Glad you liked it.
So I wanted to give you guys a call to action. Keep in mind, you know, we've got a bingo game going. We've got 20 days left for the bingo game. You could take 1 box a day, like I said last week. Take 1 box a day and complete it. And take 1 item that is more of a stretch for you to complete, like an enrollment with a welcome call, and have that be your weekly goal. And just like Amy did, she took 1 line, you know, 1 column and completed it all. And now she's ready to go on to the next one that she wants to complete, because, you know, there's 3 prizes is the limit, but you could have 3 prizes within the next 20 days. I mean, double it up every day, you know, and really go for it. So the deadline is December 15th. And, you know, I created this for you guys to be able to finish the year strong. And so just go for it, guys. Let's just go for it. Let's make this end of the year amazing, so that 2020 is going to be your best year ever.
Yep.
So, well, thank you everybody for contributing, Lynn, especially you. And we will see you next Monday. Everybody have an amazing, fabulous Thanksgiving.
Yeah, for sure. You too.
I love you.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much.
Happy Thanksgiving.